Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Due to the time differences, I hope everyone and their families are doing okay.
Hey, Adwoa Odo Nsem Renaso. Make us say why you major. Mama you go pass na yentie no. Ono de oba. Onso ne bu. Na wa chire nsem nsem. Awa we mu wa chiasie. Inti odofo besemi yanko. What I mean is, beloved, Adwoa Odo Nsem is here. Let us go and listen to her. All you have to do is to give her your listening ears. She's going to bisect, trisect, dissect, and even intersect the words of this life to you. I am going to listen to Odo Nsem. Media Miko, Miko cry, Miko Tieno, share, when Tina, why yo, the counselor back up, no size, who ye kick, Angaza.
Hello, Brother Walla Vasco. Brother Vasco, I promise to say, me Wacho, it's good to see you as always. Mima Obia Akwaba. I hope say yes, Wadum, any Shira, Adofono, any Nuanum, Obia, Ahuye. Today I'm going to have an open talk. I love open talk. Welcome, my knowledgeable and beautiful sister Obapa Aisha Ankranie. Welcome, sis. At the same, thanks for checking on me. Hobby and yeah, available kakra na ho but my figuring it out since my yard me ma me yeah. I love open talk. The reason why I love open talk is that we can talk about anything. If you have questions, or you have some pressing issues that you want to talk about, we can talk about it. If you have some ideas, you want to go outside with certain things, we will talk about it. The only thing that is not accepted on my platform is insult and disrespect. Foolishness, you can use the word foolishness and nonsense because if you go in the dictionary, it will give you explanation of what it means. If you go in the Bible uses those words. So those words are acceptable. They are acceptable. When someone is being foolish, we can say the person is being foolish. But if someone says something and you disagree, you don't agree with what the person is saying, you can use the word. You don't even have to like speak, come a counter attack. You just come and speak your mind. That's how we learn. That's how we respect one another. My beautiful, knowledgeable sister Arthur Bakupe, Arthur Bakupe, sister Ya for the Atobra, Yamuakwaba. Just Charlie, and that this week, I have been so busy. Brother Kofi Boatime, I've been so busy. It's not easy. Yesterday, I went to bed 1 a.m. Me die anope 1. 1 a.m. I'm dying. Nina work. And so me yeah, Juma say, it's crazy. Into it just some hours ago, me yeah me Juma move for. It's I say me trying to beat a deadline. You know, it's I look tired, right? Okay. That's why I love playing music and dancing in the beginning, but because of copyright, I just don't like watching over my video and then it's mute. Part of it is muted. It's just annoying. Anyhow, so we're gonna talk. It's open talk. All right. I'm going to talk about pathological liars, of course, and lies. That's something that I'm kind of like holding that to. My baby sister had a question. She had asked me earlier. So if I'm going to wait till she drop, if she does not, I asked her to like send me the question and then I will answer to my best ability. So I told her like if she can come live, if she can make it, she can send me the text and then the question through text messages and I'll read it and answer it. I'm looking and she has not sent it, so she just want it to be during the live. You know how like people want to put me on the spot, but whatever question anybody ask, if I have the answer, I will give the answer to my best ability. If I do not, I will let you guys know that, okay, I will get back to you. I don't see that happening much though. Yes, I mean, there are some questions that it's like you just have like simple answers for it. There are some questions that your response might not be satisfactory, based on people's understanding, and but we all going to do the best, right? I have all the knowledgeable people here, so you guys will be able to help me. Oh, Brother Kofi, yes, what do many for you by the grace of God. My family and I are blessed and we're grateful. So thank you for asking. Uh, oh, Saya, I have missed you rough. Like you don't know. Thursday, Thursday I clock out yesterday, like, I clock out early, around 5:30. And then I said I was going to put my head down on the bean bag. That's the black thing right there. And it's so comfortable. It just like, measure your body and everything. And it sunk me in. I woke up and it was 11 p.m. What? Hi, baby sister Crisscross. Oh, perfect timing. I told friends and family that you had told me when I come live, you're gonna ask a question, and I asked you to text it to me if you would not be able to come on. So it's good thing that you on. Um, Open talk is my favorite. We can talk just about anything. So if someone wants to start with a question, they can start putting the questions down now, and I will answer. Okay. If someone wants me to talk about something, put it down and I'll talk about it. Okay. All right. So, like a lot of times, you have people that have a tendency of saying things or doing things, or they may not understand exactly what they're talking about. I mean, I always say this, in most cases and most scenarios, a lot of people, you can give one scenario and to 10 people, or let's make it bigger, 100 people, and you will likely have 5% out of that 100% that might think the same way. The rest Everybody will have a mind of their own. So at times we cannot expect people to understand some of the things that we're saying. But it seems like as time goes on in the 21st century, that you would think that most people will have better understanding of how people feel, or how people react, or how proactive people are. A lot of us don't get it. Some of us have made ourselves to become a pathological liars. Some people lie because they seeking negative attention. Some people lie because they benefit something out of it. Some people, they just have a pleasure, ruining somebody's, good name. So it's really, really like concerning that and most of us who have the capacity to understand, and also the compassion to make sure to be mindful of our wording when we're talking to people, when we interact on social media, because social media is where you meet people. Some of us we have never met, but we have become good friends because we have things in common. We don't like certain things, we like certain things, so we kind of like think almost the same way. It can never be the exact same, but that's what it is. And most of us know that lies spread faster than the truth. A lot of people buy into lies because it's easy thing to say. But the problem is when one lies, they cannot keep up with their lies. They have to always constantly trying to remember what they said a few minutes ago, which is like so um foolish. Uh-huh. And unintelligent. So let me see. Oh, Sister Aisha, you are the best. You are the best. You are the best. Thank you. Hello, baby sister crisscross. Okay, so Sister Aisha says, Sister Aisha did not let me finish. Oh, I love her very much. Chopstick kisses. Sister Aisha Ankra says, pathological lying is when a person compulsively lies without a clear motive for doing so. The lies may become elaborate and detailed, but they are often easy to verify. Lord have mercy. That's my sister. I'm telling you, like it's incredible. Like some people, how their mind work, you know, they just lie. They don't know why they're lying, but some people just lies. Everything that comes out of their mouth is lying. It's a lie. They cannot speak the truth. They get to the point that they believe their own lies. When they say so much, it becomes something that they truly believe. They cannot differentiate between their lies and their truth no more. So when you friends with this type of person, or you allow yourself for this type of person to be your inner circle, you're in trouble. They're always going to create chaos, division, confusion, conflict. And then it gets to a point, manipulation. They see black, but they tell you that's not black. I'm telling you, it's not black. It's red. They're gonna tell, even when you see through their lies, they're gonna tell you, no, 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 no. That's not what it is. This is what it is. I'm telling you, I'm speaking the truth. And yet, both of you can see that what you staring at is black. She's going, or he the pathological liar, because they lie so much, they believe their own lies, they're going to tell you it's a different color. That's how it is. So, Lord have mercy is a good word to say, Sister Yishankra Obapa. Sister Yishankra says pathological lying may be a sign of underlying condition. Hey, and no bet me a personality disorder. Hi, gosh. I mean, like sometimes, when you think of some people, right, how they can concoct a story, right, just to say it, and then you hear them speaking, it's either they're going to say too much or they may not say enough, right? When they say too much, what happens is that you see that the story does not fit well. Something is wrong somewhere. Because when one speaks the truth, they don't need to remember. When one speaks the truth, their voice, their tone of voice will sound the same. It doesn't change. When one speaks the truth, the reason why liars or pathological liars, their voice kind of like fluctuate, the tone of their voice, it changes. It will start out, sometimes it will start out strong, and then it drops, and then they become defensive, because if they see someone commenting negatively towards them and not the person they're lying about, they're going to react to it. Because when you speak the truth and someone say negative thing about it, the first thing that a person with honesty, a person who respect themselves and respect other people, will stop and use that opportunity to educate the person and everybody that's watching them. Because if I'm speaking the truth, I do not need to justify my truth. When people lie, they will do anything, say anything to justify their lies. Why do I need to do that if I'm speaking the truth? Because it's the truth. A lot of people have difficulties accepting the truth. The truth is hard to accept. So, majority of the time, a lot of people, pathological liars, they become defensive when one challenges them, and then their eye contact, one to one, like pathological liars, when the person they lie about confronts them face to face, they become a mess, because they cannot do confrontation. Being that they lying, they don't want to meet the person they lying about in person. They can do it far away on social media. They can say whatever, because the person is not there to defend themselves. So they can continue to say whatever. Boss, oh, boss. Boss, that about Rasta. One. Boss, the marvelous, knowledgeable, strong, well, down on earth, motivational boss lady. Welcome. I see you, boss. Oh, sister say Jinio, Dane de Obensima. Another knowledgeable sister. Welcome, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't get to do my hair, wash my hair, so I just, comb it in the back and push it in. And anyhow, it looks great. So let's go, sister. Aisha, hey, sister Aisha, no, see Yehovah, Unyanka Yehovah. It's crazy how some people's mind work, but some people, like, when it becomes personality disorder, like the person is solid gone. Any movie where America group has said, me bony thing. So this Aisha Ankra said pathological lies do not lead to any lasting benefit for the person who tells them, oh, sister, no no, and they can be harmful to others. Most definitely. Why do you eat to make someone feel sad? Charlie, for one of my pet peeves is a liar. People who lies. I do not like people who lies. Like it is just a turn off for me. Speak the truth. The truth will set you free. As difficult as it is for some people to speak the truth, or sometimes there are some things it's really hard to speak the truth. But trust me, when you speak the truth, you will be able, like, you will feel the relief. All right. You don't have to, like, try to remember what you told Crisscross Manson 5 minutes ago, and then what you told Sister Aisha yesterday, Boss Lady this afternoon, Sister Sage 2 days ago, Bra Kofi a couple days ago. You don't need to do that. Brother Warren Vasco a week ago. You don't need to remember. Hello, Brother Mike Mika. Bonsoir. I forgot to say, it's good to see you. So, like, when you speak the truth, you don't need to go through that process. That itself is a stressor. But pathological liars, they don't have any empathy. They don't care who they're hurting. Like, there's no motive behind it. But there are, like, when it becomes personality disorder, that's a whole new level. We will get to that. So it's like you should say, is there a link between bipolar disorder and lying? Hey, sis, uh, there's a possibility, but as Google is my best friend, so we can find that out in a few minutes. Oh, that's a good question, because bipolar is like, you have different. It's crazy. I'll get it to it. Give me a second. Thank you, boss lady. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Sister Sage Williams, greeting Sister Adwoa Odo and the beautiful people aboard. And boss lady said, hello, beautiful family. That's like, oh, hello. Aisha said, oh, yes, they are very defensive and can cry a lot because that's part of their defense mechanism. Like, the crying is not about guilt. The crying is part of trying to make it believable for people who does not believe them to change their mind to believe what they're saying. So it's like the crying is part of the manipulative way to get people to believe them, and or to make themselves the victim. Is you see, like, hi, these people, they dangerous, the most dangerous people, pathological liars. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you are close to one, please start putting your running shoes on, distance yourself. You don't need to stop talking to the person. But for me, naturally, I don't push people away. People just gradually remove themselves from me. I have noticed since I started becoming smarter. People just remove themselves away from me. I'm sorry, because, like, but when I used to get really angry, when I had anger management problem, I realized that those people were closer to me, people who lies, people who always want to start trouble or pull you into their foolishness, right? They say fools follow fools, right? Because when you listen to fools, you become a fool yourself. When you listen to wise people, you become wiser. So it's like, I'm choosing to go to the W side. The wise people. That's right. Mm-hmm. So, Sister Aisha Ankara says some pathological lying may result from a mental condition, which is so true. Uh-huh. One such as antisocial personality disorder, sometimes called psychopath, psychopathy. Mhm. While others appear to have no medical reason for the behavior, lying is in their DNA. Can lying can how does lying becomes part of somebody's DNA? That's what I don't get, because a lot of times people use that terms like lying is in their DNA. There is nothing can be in the DNA. It's a behavior learned. Some of them were thought to lie, because some mothers or some parents lie to their children, because especially some of us knows that you sitting home, your phone rings, and then you tell your son, your daughter to pick up the phone and tell the person you're not home, right? Or um you tell the person to tell the whoever, you tell your child to tell the person that you just step out, you'll be back in the field, yet you speaking to them. This is where some children who are so innocent will say, my mom said to tell you she's not here. Sociopathic. Oh my God. Sometimes called sociopathic. Oh my gosh. That is like so funny. My mom said to tell you she's not here. That is like the worst thing a child can say. It's like Sage Williams said. Sometimes people tell the lies when there is low self-esteem and they trying to impress somebody. Oh my God, Sister Sage, that's a huge one. That's a really, like, I mean, most definitely, when people have low self-esteem, they will say anything, do anything to kind of like fit into a certain group, to be accepted in society, to do, they go above and beyond, right? You say things, do things, and then when you get a crowd, that makes you feel good. So you're going to continue to say things which will lead into the impression, trying to impress someone to like you, or to love you, to be part of your life, or to keep you in their circle of friends. So it's a lot falls into it. So Sister Aisha asked a question. Sister Aisha, oh, where's the question? Okay. Is there a link between bipolar disorder and lying? Uh-huh. Let's ask Google. Because me person me did my dream beka. I trust this somewhat, but me person me did my dream beka. Nah, I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Let's go and learn together. Between, and sometimes also there is underlying issue with we do have some pathological liars who have been traumatized growing up, because a lot of like trauma also get some people to lie about things, because they feel like if they speak the truth, people will leave them, they will be left alone, or like nobody will want to be around them, so they have to like say things that will make them likable, in order for people to accept them, but they don't know that what they're doing can kind of like go against them. Because there are some people like me, if you close to me and I find out that you are a liar, you someone who cannot speak the truth, believe you me, I will remove myself from you. Actually, you remove yourself from me, because some of the things that I will not do with you, or like my conversation with you will be very little. Okay, so I went to Healthline. Okay. Yeah, so if you want more details, you can go to healthline.com, and then you can get more information. I'm just going to give you a summary of that. So there's a question in terms of is there a connection? Is there a link? Sister Aisha asks, is there a link between bipolar disorder and lying? Okay, so this was what's his name? Medically reviewed by Timothy J. Ledge, PDH. Um, the the overview is that you may know the symptoms of bipolar: the extreme highs and lows, the risky behavior, the inability to focus. Now you are noticing that your loved one is starting to lie. They are little white lie. There are little white lies at first, but soon they are growing in exaggeration and frequency. I don't understand why the people still. I didn't even realize that with medical people, they also use the white lies, because white lies, little white lies, it turns to be bigger and bigger and become a really huge problem, right? A major problem. Because some people will say, oh, a little lie will not, a little white lie will not help, will not hurt. But that's how it starts. You start with little, thinking that, okay, this is not going to hurt anyone. But then you become comfortable with that, which is something that is incredibly like dangerous. Is they are lying because bipolar disorder, you wonder, or is it something else entirely? Understanding bipolar disorder. Um, Bipolar disorder is a mood disorder that affects 5.5 million Americans adults annually within a year. Amphibia 5.7 million. That is crazy. Oh, America, my people with bipolar disorder experience extreme changes in mood depending on the types of bipolar disorder they have. They may experience feelings of extreme happiness or high energy, known as a maniac episode, to feelings of intense sadness, open bracket, known as a depressive episode, close bracket. There are three known types of bipolar disorder. In bipolar disorder. So, Sister Aisha, your question has been answered, right? There is a link, a connection between the first one, the first bipolar one, marked by maniac episode, which may or may not, you all right? Okay, precede or follow major depressive episode. Bipolar 2, marked by a major depressive episode, which precedes or follow a hypomaniac episode. And then you have psychothermic disorder. Psychothermia or psychothermic disorder is characterized by depressive symptoms which don't reach the severity of a major depressive episode and symptoms that don't reach the severity of hypomanic episode to be diagnosed with psychothermia. Symptoms may last for at least 2 years. Holy cow, macaroni cheese. For sure. Okay, so what does lying have to do with bipolar disorder? And according to Healthline, there isn't any clinical evidence that links between bipolar disorder with lying, though some some anecdotal. I didn't wear the knee. Where's my glasses? So let me. Anecdotal account suggests there may be connection. I have to zoom this. There may be connection. It's thought that some people with bipolar disorder may lie as a result of racing thoughts and rapid speech, memory lapses, impulsiveness, and impaired judgment, inflated ego. That's crazy. So that's what it is. Jesus Christ. Nana Kwesi, bring my glasses, please. I had to zoom it. So it doesn't really, but like, sometimes they feel like they tell white little lies, but the white little lies is dangerous. Mr. Lee Patterson! Mr. Lee, I miss you. Oh my gosh. Mr. Lee, how have you been? You still chilling? So Sister Aisha Ankra said, we emulate from other parents. We emulate from our parents. Let me go get my glasses, guys. I need to get my glasses. Just give me a second. I'm gonna, if I even know where I have my glasses. I'll be back. Let me get my glasses.
Anything I'm missing, baby, I'm meant to dear. My parents, be a phobia. Or better me, or better myself, my city. I say, oh, some more, I'm more, or the beer. If it's so much rock, oh, my good friend, the year, cause you. My try, my good friend, the year, cause you. Nippon, yeah. I'm funny to my mother, not from the soul in other him. So you want to me, you're my kuma pie. That's right over him, I'm on the safari, all I need. So you want to me, you're my kuma pie. That's right over him, I'm on the safari, all I need. Oh, me, that's your shit. I miss you, man. Oh, me, that's your cocoa. I miss you, what's on me, yeah, she has really captured Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still searching. Making it across so you know. Nasamikota Manaminota, Mekotamale, make a body and a make sure that make a body go. Miado, 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 miado. Miado, Maximus, was a bucket of me, a better was a day. Miado, miado, miado.
I can't find my glasses. Oh, hey, glasses anymore. And I remember me chief, yeah, and I didn't see her saying, Meninam baby, holy cow. Ah, okay. There's glasses at the Hayana. Meninam movie from me glasses and ready mobile. Oh my gosh. Now I have to clean it up. This is crazy. Okay, let me go. We emulate from our parents or we learn from our environment. Example, nature and nurture. No, correct. I'm supposed to be wearing my glasses all the time. I have not worn these glasses since my last appointment, which is like almost 3 months ago. And I think I have strained my eyes. Mr. Lee always talked to me about always wearing my glasses because I'm messing up my eyes now. Sister Ya Atobra said, they say, I am you know, many so. Uh-huh. Sister Ya Atubra said, Minim Sesane. I've been getting away with it. She said, why are we intimidated by strong people who have taken the time to do their self-work, especially among women? Sister Sister Ya Atubra me that says, well, this is a question. Just say, so you can say, analyze it. Nipa binom deɛ nti a ɔmo feel intimidated by mmaa yɛyɛ nipa ɔmo yɛyɛ strong so especially yɛ mmaa no bi no yɛbɛtena ha the whole day ɔn sɛ excuse me yɛ mmarima no bi ɔmo kasa mu nkora mpo no their speech alone can tell you say they lack of intelligence, right? Their critical thinking is not as deep as they present themselves to be. A lot of them are very insecure. So they use I'm the man in the house as part of their defense mechanism. Pridefulness is part of it. And, in our society, culture, we have elevated male all the time. So it's like, they tend to like want to stay in that spot, right? They want to stay in that limelight. And they always want women beneath them. But I just don't understand some people, like, I have learned over the years there are some noblemen, most noblemen, or I should say noblemen, actually love and they enjoy building a life with strong women, self-work women. They do enjoy that because they know that those type of women will bring them far. And then the ones who lack of a lot of coping skills, including insecurity, they get intimidated. They don't want to be challenged. because they know, like, if they say something that is not intelligent, you're going to question it. They know if they lie, as a strong person, you're going to see through their lies. So those people that get intimidated, they normally want naive people, those who will not question them. When they say sit, you sit. Yeah, like, cowards being cowards, like being weak. hmm And people that gets intimidated easily, they are weak. Mr. Lee. Oh wow, you still in Tema. Hey, Mr. Lee. Oh man, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Inseseme sorry, akofa we say spray no di aye no. Excuse me. Sorry. I needed to cheat, get my son to bring me the spray because I need the spray. Haven't worried in a while. Um, Mr. Lee said, hello, sister love. Mr. Lee, when you say my name, you see the smile you go put in my face now. Uh-huh. Greetings from Temagan. Oh, why you brought both of them? Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Mhm. Hey, Sister Belinda, one day. And that was Sister me. Be good many say many. Last time I did say me and me knew. Sister Belinda Jare Oba Hofe. Let's see. Hello, good evening to everybody. How are you doing, my beautiful sister Adwoa? I am doing so very well. I am blessed and grateful. My beautiful and knowledgeable sister Belinda Ejare. Okay. Hey, sister Sage, so say what drop will be a mean cry. Mama me next time me baswa me ba na me hyem glasses se sister ya say yem pay on penny ho asem obeba na ohye na ade da bi won so no so me hu se won obaswa won che sister ya Mr. Lee chili o chili papa 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 amen 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 amen. Pepe, thank you, Sister Love. Oh, you're so very welcome, and thank you for your questions and also your productive contribution. Mr. Yasmin, oh, I love this. So, yeah, Okay, so Sister Sage Williams said bipolar disorder is a type of depression where at one end of the pole is a manic behavior, and at the other end is the depressive episode. Oh, that's a good example to give. Therefore, bipolar, very elated at a time and very sad or depressed another time. Yeah, someone when it meet 1 second within a matter of another second na owura home ho. Saa yareɛ no deɛ ɛden o, ɛden. Nipa baakofoɔ split second w'ani tumi bɛgye wo ho paa kyerɛ sɛ you are in good mood all of a sudden na awerɛhoɔ bi aka w'akoma kyerɛ sɛ woyɛ wo ho hwee ɛnyɛ yie. Nipa ebi mu go through paa when it comes to this type of a condition na loved ones, we need to support them. But to say your chromophone no, your chromophone bebree to say obi yare any edestre no. Sentoa yes da. We should never make fun of anybody when one is sick. We should never do that because we have no idea what the person is going through. I mean, can you imagine? You are so happy where you are, everything that you have done within a matter of second, a split second, and you sad, and people wondering, how is that possible? Believe me, a lot of people going through some emotional and psychological struggles, physical struggles. And some of us are so lucky. We are so blessed in so many ways, but we're not appreciative. Some of us chooses to make fun of people's disabilities because what? You're on social media, you want to get views, or you just want to use somebody for your own expenses. What's your motive? Use someone for your own. Hey, I did it. Did I clean it well? Okay. So, Mr. Lee Patterson said people with bipolar experience both episodes of severe depression and episodes of mania. Mr. Lee, yeah, someone, I mean, to say, ɛba yɛ kuromfoɔ a, yɛ kuromfoɔ bebree wɔ saa yare yi, na they in denial. Ɛsiane sɛ ɔfeel sɛ wɔgye tom a wɔagye ato mu sɛ wɔyare. Ɛna afei nso no, ɔmo bɛn no no wɔwɔ saa yareɛ no because ɔn sɛ Ghana sɛ obi yare a, obi wɔ depression, bipolar, personality disorder, some of the other mental illness na onuru baabi a wɔyɛ mad, nso yɛbɛka sɛ wabɔ dam. Nti Ghana, like yɛ kurom no, yɛnni din biara for any other mental illness sɛ nipa no abɔ dam. Te sɛ yɛyɛ a ne ama nipa no kɔ mad at once. Ɛnyɛ saa o. Aborɔfo no, ɔmo atumi ahwehwɛ mu ahu sɛ ebiara wɔ ne level, ɛna ebiara nso no, you need treatment. If you get the right treatment now, you can function normally, productively. Those who normally take themselves off their medication, take off themselves off medication or self-medicate themselves, are the ones who struggles the most, because you can do that when it comes to taking medication, because mental illness cannot be cured. It can be managed with the right dosage and medication. You can't just take any prescription. You need medication that you have to take needs to be prescribed. Hey, not an academic clinic, baby. I don't understand. Me here cloth never from, but me sorry I can't say many. Next time I will come very prepared, because I didn't realize I'm straining, and then the whole day there be a laptop on him. And to say and then say me did the doctor so. Me can say will be yeah, you been follow doctor. Me so me I glasses, I don't wear it, which is bad. It's bad. Sister Yatobra said it happens to us all. Some more. Mr. Lee Patterson said at times oh wait, I'm squeezing my eye. At times they experience overwhelming of happiness, joy, and excitement, and a huge energy. At times find it hard to sleep. Yes. Yes. I mean, like one of the symptoms, or like the struggles when someone has depression, is lack of sleep. Because when you don't, can you imagine some of you who had work 2-3 jobs and you don't get enough sleep? How do you feel? You feel hyperactive. You can't think straight. Like everything, some things that you can do it easily, sometimes it gets to a point now you feel your hands shaking because you you haven't rested your body, and you need to get some sleep. There's a reason why you have nighttime, that people, you have to sleep, at least try to get 8 hours sleep. A person cannot go days and days without sleeping. When you lose too much sleep, your mind cannot you it's going to be racing. You start having thoughts, different things, like things that you hardly think about, like the impulses, everything is like high up. When you go for 2 days without sleeping, shy, don't go and drive. Oh, you fall asleep behind the wheel. I kid you not. hmm One time I was driving, I didn't sleep much, and as I was driving, there was a point that I felt like I I lost my focus. Like, I think I closed my eyes for a split second, and when I just opened my eyes because the driver behind me just honked. I was like, I woke up and I had to literally pull on the side. I called my workplace and let the supervisor know that um, I'm having some issue driving to work. So I'm going to need extra 2 hours. I parked to the side, put my emergency light on, locked my doors, and slept for an hour and a half. I set my alarm and I slept for an hour and a half. That 1 hour and a half sleep helped me a great deal. So I said to myself that that will never happen if I do not get enough sleep. It's either mɛfrɛ adwuma mu sɛ mentumi mma adwuma, anaasɛ mɛfrɛ sɛ meyɛ late mmerɛ dodo sɛ because something came up. Nti no, we have to take care of ourselves. Menka say, oh, when you come, nti na say, we a driver now, we drive it long drive now. Get enough sleep. If you do not get enough sleep, at least make plans to do a stop and rest for a bit, because you can't drive so long without getting rest. And let your glasses, and I think so I will talk without it. The cloth that cleans it up normally. Let me see if it's in the other one. Let me pay just a cloth for the bread. I no cloth no crampo no. I too light. It's too light. Uh-huh. Sister Yatura said, Adwoa, will you tackle will you tackle it from the woman to woman angles? That is my main focus. It's a big problem with women. Sister, emu deɛ he? Point deɛ he na wo ka no, mepacho kana remind me of deɛ na me kana me tackle from oba to oba no. Sɛ maka nsɛm bebree nti no menim deɛ emu deɛ he a woka. Why, sister, boa me wɔ hɔnom. Nti na ɛyɛ sɛ me keep up with comments. Mr. Lee Patterson said, but at times people don't know they have it. So the awareness bell needs to ring to educate the public. Oh, yes. Oh, okay, sister, yeah, I'll do that. That's true. Mr. Lee, you're so very right. A lot of people, they don't know that they have bipolar, because it's hard to, like, if you're not familiar with it, if you you don't have knowledge of how bipolar works, how it comes about, the symptoms and the causes. Now, yes, a lot of people will miss that. A lot of people do not know. I mean, like, if most of us did not travel abroad, I think we wouldn't have um, known about it. I mean, so you're right. Excuse me. It's important to educate each other in the public. When you see someone acting out of norm, uh, it's likely possible that they're going through some emotional, psychological stuff, and we shouldn't laugh. I think some of us are more quick to uh, take out our phone and record people who are like, acting in a certain way and post it on our wall, which is, I mean, call for help for the person. But most of us are more inclined to record and post it. I went to a gas station a couple months ago, and I was getting ready to get out of my car to get gas, and I heard some commotion going on. My first thought, I pull out my phone and started recording because I thought that they were couple together, right? So I saw the girl trying to hit the guy so much, and the guy pushed her on the ground, concrete ground. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But then the guy went after the girl and took her phone. So she was like, give me my goddamn phone. And then she was like, get out of my car. So I was like, okay. Then I realized that they're not driving together. It's two strangers, and there is a line, so you have to wait, and then the next person move up. So I guess there was a misunderstanding, and one trying to skip the other, go past the other, to pump gas first. Can you imagine, to get gas, just waiting for a couple seconds? So the girl recorded the guy hitting her, and she was, I'm gonna call the cops on you, this and that. The guy took her phone, went in his car, took off. She got in her car and then went after him. That was it for me. I wasn't going to follow nobody just to be nosy. Yeah. Mm-mm. I was done with that. So, Mr. Lee, you definitely right. Some of them do not know that they have it. So, uh, it's really important for us to bring awareness, educate ourselves in public. It can be brought from near, can be with tree because and yet yama mean penny for na say you movie near te brought from I minka American slangs. Minka American slang, me kind of send me feel comfortable with. Yes, most definitely. And you notice so be a more bipolar, but we name so bipolar. But to say, I remember me shot to say, ye bushini back could be a honor, ube who know yes, naniaji, there be a honswana, you just say, why mobile but satam no na honey name about bipolar. It is likely possible say either say no go through some stuff and I say she had that, but they say to me you cannot self-diagnose yourself. Sometimes you get sad because something happened. So please, nobody should self-diagnose themselves. You need to go see your GP. If you get some information, don't just assume, just go see your GP. Mr. Lee Patterson said, you need to blow a bit of, Mr. Lee, why didn't you see? I have to keep up with the goddamn comments. I should have done that, eh? Yeah, your way of going about it. Okay. No. Mr. Lee. That's it. It will help, but don't strain it, please. I know you spoke to me about this multiple times, Mr. Lee. I was wearing my um glasses most of the time, right? But then when the eyes started getting better, I started, but I need to really start wearing it because sometimes I sit in front of my laptop for like hours and hours, past 8 hours, sometimes 10, 11, 12 hours, and I'm not wearing my eyeglasses, which is really bad. You can't think properly. I'm telling you, Mister. Okay, so in terms of self work, Sister Ya at February wanted me to stress about that part from woman to woman. When it comes to yeah, some our society slash community. There are ways and means how some parents raise their children, their sons and their daughters. It's like living in the same house, but you live in the same house, but you're being taught differently, and that's not good because you have some of our young men grows up to be an adult and they become very um, inconsiderate, um, lack of compassion, lack of empathy, um, with too much proudness, right? Um, Parents needs to educate their children and hold them accountable and making sure that we teach our children morals, principles, and self-respect, um, being respectful to others, and also self-work. When it comes to self-work, I know that for me, I know some of the things that triggers me, that gets me upset. I know some of the things that annoys me. I know some of the things that makes me sick to my stomach or physically sick, because sometimes you see some people displaying certain behavior, it makes you sick, like not sick to go to the hospital, but it makes you sick that this is being allowed for one to do to another person, right? Self work is something that when a woman or women are able to take time for themselves uh, and work on themselves. How do you work on yourself? First, before you do that, I like journal. Get a journal or just get an exercise book, composition book, whatsoever. Something that you can write in, a diary, whatsoever. Sit and think. Make a list of things that makes you happy. A list of things that really put fear into you. Yeah, because you have to identify your fears to work on it. Put a list of things that motivates you, right? Things that you feel like, things that cause you to do foolish things. Mhm. Your weakness, right? Stronghold, something that is preventing you from achieving things that you are capable of, but you are fearful of doing it. You don't, you doubtful because of your insecurity, right? You have to do self-assessment, assess your behavior, your personality. What are some of the things that you struggle with? How can you do better with that, right? Do assessment, valuing yourself. Because me, Adwoa Odo, hi, hi, hi. If K is here, K would, would speak for me. Me, I value myself so much. I value myself because, hey, this woman here, my parents did not born no stupid. Mm-mm. They did not born a fool. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. I really have come a long way. I have spoken about some of my past experience from age 10 and a half to 16 and a half. It was that was my worst year, that I have to deal with some family member. I became timid because of the treatment that was given to me, the flogging, the senseless beatings, the almost um, being molested by a family member, and then their parents, his father enabling his foolish behavior, because, and if it wasn't because my mother, being a nurse, educate me at that age, because my mom left to travel when I was 10 and a half. If my mom did not educate myself and my older sister, maybe it would have been totally different for me, right? My traumatized past experience would have made me be very different from how I am now. Yes, because we do have some some women who has gone through a lot of ordeal. You have a lot of women. Yɛwɔ mmaa bebree wɔ yɛ society no yɛ committee mu a they were sexually assaulted, molested, raped. So many bad things were done to them, emotionally abused, verbally abused, and so many other things. And to say I affect you in some way, they become timid. You have some people that have been timid from their young age all the way to their adulthood, so they go into relationship or marriages, whereas their partner is beating on them, domestic violence, and they still sitting with them because they have not worked on themselves. They are so dependent on the partner. Whatever is being done to them, they are receptive to that. Self work is important, because when you work on yourself, you are able to identify things that you are good at and things that you are not good at. Things that you're capable of and things that you're not capable of. But when you're not capable of something, you can still work on it to gain that, because like, nothing is impossible, with the exception of the sky. Beside the sky, nothing else is impossible. Things we don't know, we can learn it, because hey, when you go to school, some of us, some people, me, I wasn't good with science. Science wasn't my favorite. Math was my favorite. Yes. But I made it. I mean, I graduated in high school with B plus, which was my father. he was My dad never got a B. It's always A plus and stuff like that. And my brother, I have some of my siblings, they took after my dad. He's more science, because he used to teach physics, the chemistry, biology, and math. Like, that man is my dad is a genius. I don't know how he does it, but he is like really, really, like, when it comes to. But science was not one of my favorite. But I love chemistry for some reason. Chemistry, ooh, and I just physics. That's too goddamn hard. So I mean, like, when someone says, tell you need to work on yourself, it's not an insult. You should be even happy that the person is even suggesting that, because when you build yourself stronger, a lot of people going to grow, you're going to grow to change, and a lot of people going to grow and change with you, because they're going to see you transform from being a certain person to a whole new person. I mean, some of us, we don't we don't want to like work on ourselves because we are fearful how we will turn out, or we may not be able to um, succeed. A lot of people are fearful of not being successful. So if I can do it, if I cannot do it, why should I try? Because I don't want to embarrass myself. Some people just feel embarrassed, and also they're not strong enough at heart, and they feel that they don't have um, the brains to be able to do that. It's nothing for any woman or a woman to be embarrassed about. Self work is something that anyone, everyone can build, can do. You can build yourself stronger by educating yourself. Esua adeɛ. So obi ka sɛ yɛ ɔho adwuma a ɔnyɛ yɛ o. Yɛ ɔho adwuma ne sɛ te sɛ biribia ne wiase mu ha sɛ yɛaka sɛ woyɛ a wontumi nyɛ. Yɛbɛtumi ayɛ biribia, especially titiri mmaa, because yɛn mmaa ne bi no te sɛ ɔmo di ɔmo biribiara to ɔmo mmarima so. Ɛyɛ saa nso a yɛn mmarima ne bi no ɔmo take advantage o. Yɛn mmarima ne bi no ɔmo ni suban. Wonim sɛ wo no wode wo ho ama no saa no, woagya wo ho ama no saa no, na wonyɛ wo ho adwuma no. So you in desperation, because ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ ɔmo ho adwuma no, most of them no, they are timid, they are insecure. They get intimidated when they meet another strong person. They they are so limited. They lack of things, so it's like everything is like they just keep it as it is. And Nsem bebree o, nsem bebree, but self-work is good for everyone, men and women. Yeah, both men and women. A woman should be able to really. Sister Yatobra, it's serious. So the fear of doing the self work, I just, it's terrible. It's really, really terrible. I'm telling you. Um, when I started working on myself, because sometimes you experience certain things, and when you experience certain things, you give up. You feel that no matter what you do, you're never going to get to where you want to be. So you just going to allow other people to tell you what to do, other people to make decisions for you, other people to tell you what, to direct you as to whether or not is beneficial to you or not. You're just going to follow. You're going to be follow. You're going to compete, unnecessary competition. People who don't work on themselves on social media, they are easily fooled, right? They have shallow minded, because whatever they hear, that's what they're going to do. They're going to follow through that. People with shallow minded, people who can be easily manipulated, people who can easily spread lies, people who gossip, they all shallow minded, because what happens is that everything that they're doing, they're not doing it for themselves, they're doing it to please other people. Some people kiss people's ass all the time, because as to whether it stinks or not, they're gonna do it. They massages, so a lot of times you have people doing certain things, saying certain things because they want to be liked, and you have people lying People become pathological liars because it's attractive. Negative things tends to attract people. Me working on myself, sister, yeah, most women working on themselves, it means that they will not get the attention that they're craving from their men, right? Some women prefer depending on their husbands and boyfriends, or depending on men. It's because they think in their shallow mind that will make the men pay more attention to them. Some of them don't know, say they become a burden for the men. I mean, bɛrima bi wɔ hɔnom a sɛ ɔbaa wo depend on no so too much a they get suffocated. Na ne ho kyere no, ɔfeel sɛ woma ne nya ne ho. Ɛno na ebi mu tumi kɔ abɔnten. Wo nso no wofeel sɛ to say wonyɛ hwee. You suffocating the men. Nti no, self-work, is something beneficial. It's positive thing to do when you do work on you. Find things, identify what makes you happy, identify what makes you sad, identify what are the things that you can do as a woman to excel. All right. We have to be able to love us. When you do self-work, make sure your self-work, it includes self-everything. I love self-everything, right? Self-love, building your self-confidence, doing self-assessment every 6 months to 1 year. Do self-assessment. The reason being, just trying to figure out 6 months ago where you were and 6 months today, how far you have come. Or if it's too short, do it within a year. 12 months ago, where I was, and 12 months now, where I am now. Am I satisfied with my accomplishment? Am I satisfied with everything that I am today? If not, then I still need to do more work on me. K cannot change me. He can positively influence me. We can influence each other based on conversations that we have, based on discussions that we have, based on suggestions, like smart suggestions, good resources that we'll share. Based on that, I can be positively influenced by any one of you, right? The same vice versa. But in order for me to change fully, I have to make the decision. You have to make the decision. Okay, this is it. I need to start today. Just like, I said last week, I didn't say starting November, but I have taken on a challenge. And the challenge is, something positive. I'm not going to do like go in the closet for belt to show corner chair. I mean, what kind of foolishness is that? Eh? That's foolish stuff. My challenge in November. And if anybody wants to join me, great. I mean, Sister Aisha, your backside is big enough, but to say, it never hurts to add more to it, right? My November challenge is going to be squatting 54 times a day, every day for the 30 days in November. I'm just going to be doing 54 squatting. I'm going to get my butt to be perky. Alrighty, yummy Yehovah. Some more. Mr. Lee, the push-ups, though, I made my way to 15. Now I'm back to 10 because I wasn't consistent with it. Sometimes I just get so caught up. I forget to exercise and then I will skip. I can't do straight 15. I made it my way there, but now when I reach 10 to go to even to reach 10 from 8 going, I'm struggling. But I can make it. And Crisscross taught me something. She said, okay, if you can, you can do 10, challenge yourself to do 11. And then the next day, add one more. Instead of 11, challenge yourself to do 12. So that's a good trick that, I'm going to keep. And then, so I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I'll be able. Don't worry, baby sister, you can bring it. And also, I'm doing some sit-ups. I mean, when it comes to sit-ups, I'm a master in it. Well, not anymore. I used to do 100, and then 50 with the legs up and down. But now I can do 50, 50, and 50. So that's still a bit better. So I'm gonna get to Crisscross question in a minute. Sister, I hope I said a little bit about the self-work. I mean, self-work, everything about the self-work is just do everything, self-assessment, uh, the, work on your self-discipline, how you react to things, learn to be more proactive. Don't get angry. When someone come at you, take time to process what is being said to you. What are people trying to challenge you on? And give your best answer. If you don't want to respond to the person, you just tell the person, you know what, some other time, or you don't even have to explain yourself. You don't say nothing to the person. Facebook, I love Facebook because you can block anyone at any time. Hi. I mean, to say, Mr. Lee, I just need to throw some people for you because I accepted somebody. And to say, sometimes we'll be sending friendship up. You looking at the name and you trying to like ask whether or not you to accept the person or not. Like, I have accepted people to be friends, and the minute I accepted them, they calling me video chat. And I'll be like, are you serious? Like, when I see it, I just delete you. Or like, if I want to give you a chance, I'll be like, is there a reason why you calling me video? What is it? And then they don't say nothing, they call again. I have this idiotic man kept calling me. I kept cutting him off because I asked him, why is he calling me via video? If he wants to talk, he can wait till I come live. He kept doing that. So, like, I went to Messenger to just block him. And like when you go to Messenger and you go to the Messenger, you see the messages that the person has sent you. And this fool had taken a picture of his genital area, his penis, to send to me. Mr. Lee Patterson said, before the name bipolar came in use, it was called maniac depression. And I don't blame them because, like, they didn't know at first what it was. You know, um, you see two different things happening. So let me make my way to Crisscross. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Appreciate that. Sister Aisha, what did I say that have you not say my Sister Ya Atubra said, Adwoa, the fear of doing the self-work is what makes some women resent those who have or are doing it. It happens a lot in our community. We have to do better with the younger girls. We certainly do. Like my 11-year-old, like when we have conversation, I always explain to her, do not follow what the crowd do. Okay? You have to be you. You have to do you. Don't listen to what other people tell you. Like Kay, myself, crisscross, our older sister, brother, our family, my parents, like the way we are, it's incredible. Like, I have not the the exceptional love, agape love we have for each other, because we will each, like when one is in need, we all like there providing support. We check on each other. Crisscross check on me on a daily basis. If she does not, she miss one day, the next day, early morning, she's calling me just to check on me. Nowadays I'm doing better. If I don't hear from her, I'll call. Yes. She's the baby, so she will check on all of us and stuff like that. But it's sad that we have some of our women, they're not willing to make the effort to work on themselves. But then when they see their sister from another mother, or someone from our society or community doing so well, then they go into the pull down syndrome mode, or like, they do the lies, the gossip, you know making up stories and saying negative things, or like, you have people watching you come, and like they know you speaking the truth, you giving insight of some things, doing educational program. All they need to do is hit the share button, but it's because it's you, they're not going to do that. They're not. I know you do that purpose. I know. Oh, Bebaso live tonight. Okay, Impemu Komodie. I love Impemu Komodie. Hey, Edie Enquantimi Ma Warienina. But Edie you good. So winim dear wo ya. You good pa. Hey. Wosuasua nneɛma bi a, hi Charlie, wo massage wo ho kafo, na woka kasada ne kasapa. I will be there, doctor say, hey, me miss Mpemu Nkomodi. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I will be there. Yeah, you know how sometimes you talk and okay. So let me I'm gonna get to Christiana's so we need to do better, Sister Yatura. You're right. I mean, it's sad and pathetic that you have some people, they're not making, you have some women, they're not willing to work on themselves. They don't want to put in the effort. They're expecting somebody to do it for them, but then they see another sister doing it, and they have this type of like, chip over their shoulder, like, okay, who does she think she is? I am Adwoa Odo Mensa, and we have Sister Yatobra, our author. We have Sister Aisha Crisscross Mensa, Sister Sage, Sister Belinda, and so many of us women, that hey, we got it going on. We know what we want, so we go for what we want. And for us, we don't really care. For me personally, I don't care what other people talk about, because hey, for anyone to talk about me, it means I am so goddamn important to that person. If the person is speaking positive about me, hey, my sister, God bless you. And chop kisses. Mwah, mwah. But if you're talking negative about me, oh well, I am me, and you can never be me. Hey, nkebeye dena yo ya. Shy. So crisscross Mensa, I finally got to your question. I know, right, baby sister? He's an idiot. He took a picture of his penis, and I was like, "What the hell?" I blocked him. I went back to make sure I block him, and I was like, "Oh, you can't block somebody twice." So crisscross Mensa, Adwoa, you got more support from outside than from. Oh, crisscross, I'll come back. Oh, Adwoa, you got more support from outside than from your own, sadly, but we keep moving. Most definitely. You know what, it's so true. Like, a lot of like outside people will watch your program, they will share it, they will like it. You have just a few of our people that will show any type of emotions towards our programs and stuff, and that is sad. I mean, when you see someone excelling, we need to support the person, we need to encourage the person, be positive around the person. But I just don't know, I just feel like some of our people, I mean, mental illness is real, but some of our people, they're not sick, but they just, they just want to be what they want to be. I do that on purpose to have you call. Now I know, but I don't mind calling crap. So Chris Grassman says, "Sorry, I don't mean to shift the conversation, but I have a question lingering through my mind, and I will appreciate any feedback." She's throwing it to all of us. So, what do you and your spouse do when there is an urge to have sex? Make love. You see how my mood just changed? But you are not in an appropriate venue to do so. What then? Do you cave into your cravings due to the intense pleasure from your spouse? Don't, oh, please, please don't judge, just give your honest opinion. Mr. Lee, please chime in. Thank you. Hey, Samaba. Okay, my honest opinion. Okay, and I'm not judging. And that's a very good question, because a lot of times you have people who do not ask such questions because they feel like somebody will think that is them. No, sometimes people ask certain questions because they observe certain couples when they outside, at an event or at a funeral or at church or in the certain places that you sitting there watching them go back and forth, and like, something ain't right. So you could ask those questions. Okay. So, realistically, at times when people go to certain events, unintentionally, they start having certain urges, right? To have kinky sex, to have, just quickie one. And some people just want to, like, just be close to each other. However, there needs to be boundaries, right? Couples need to set boundaries. As much as you want something to happen at the moment, one of you needs to be rational and realistically, because at times when you are in a rush to do something so crazy out of none, because some people also like that, it excites them. There are some people, they go to a funeral and they go have sex in the bathroom. I mean, come on, what happened to showing respect to the dead? That's messed up. Mm-mm. That's really crazy. I was talking to someone and he said, like, that happens in his presence. I was like, what the hell? No. So let me back. There are some couples, they will leave their home to go to an event, intend with that intention, and because that excite them, the fact that while people are like in the other room, and they in the bathroom doing having sex. It excites them because nobody knows what they're doing. It's just between the two of them, and they can talk about it to get more excited and stuff like that, the craziness things and they do. So one of you needs to be to use your critical thinking, because the same way you can excite yourself and have good kinky, quickie sex, or make love elsewhere because your partner has the urges, or you having the urges, you still need to like learn to have some self-discipline. Things can go wrong. For instance, emergency, I forgot what they call it. They do some program on one of the Discovery Channel, and sex brought me to the emergency room. Whereas, some partners will like, have their partners do certain things. Like one time I was watching a show that the lady and the wife and the husband were using the uh oh my gosh, how you could sex sent me to the ER. Thank you, crisscross. They were using the vibrate penis, and the lady decided to put it obani saw this a fabe man echi, and adeɛ no gye firi ne nsɛm ne kɔwura bɛrima. Hey, ebi mu yɛ nneɛma o, ɛkɔwura bɛrima no ne turo sɛ eburudu ɛna ɛkɔpie ne abdomen. Asɛm o, na adeɛ no nso kɔwura hɔ no, ɛnyae still battery ne hyɛm na ade ne hyɛ ne yam na ɛyɛ smooth. Ɔmo kɔɔ ER no, doctor no. Hey! People don't do crazy things. So, hey! Enti, sɛ wohu sɛ nneɛma bi wɔ hɔnom a wobɛtumi bi a wo rush a adeɛ no wopere wo ho a ɔbaa ne tena so a wɔbɛtumi atena so wrong na wabu wo bɛrima anaa kyɛ sɛ anything can happen. A child coming to use the bathroom, and I said a down crowd, makweshem closet kwa makweshem no obi betimi abepie mu. So it's really embarrassing to like go to somebody's place and you're your own place. So to have those kind of like quick ones and do batch himself for a couple minutes or seconds, and I say hours, you cannot hold yourself together. So how do you discipline yourself? We need to learn to discipline ourselves when it comes to having sex. I mean, sometimes the excitement, it gets you going, but make sure that you are in appropriate place to have such things, because you can get yourself in trouble. You can end up in ER. There was one also like he and his wife was like they in their room about to have sex, romancing and everything. So he wanted to like put some lubricate on his penis. And earlier he had used super glue to fix their lamp, and he had left it in the same drawer. And in the midst of everything, hurrying up, he picked up the super glue, squeezed it in his hands, and grabbed his balls. And then it got stuck. So he ended up in the hospital. They have to put ice and have him lay on the ice. there were two things that they identify can help remove it without having to go the extra miles, do surgery or whatever. Use cutis remover, but they didn't have some over there. So the next best thing was the ice, but the ice will take longer. So they have to like put the ice in the bowl and have him lay on it, for some time. And he was finally able to remove his hand, but he was in pain. He was in such pain. And his son came in there because they were going to an event, and he needed to they needed to get him out of there before the event. And the wife got the father-in-law, the mother-in-law, all of them came to know about this guy's business. It was crazy. So crisscross, my best response is that, when couples goes to, a venue that, is not appropriate place, they need to learn to control themselves, even if it's for a quickie or like for just 5 minutes or whatever. They need to be responsible and wait till they get back to their house. Or if you want to go to a hotel, a motel, I mean, I would rather that than going to somebody's house or somebody's venue to go and do the wild thing, to have sex. Okay, crisscross, you. Quickie, I'm going to say it in tree. Na say quickie the no the intentem, so quickie no to say me fan say there's no romance after, there's no foreplay no ni hun krone ba no, no ade na ba mo kon ho nti no to say we are ready or ba sia for ready be man nso no aye ready nti no just intentem, so na no krampo bi wo ho krampo a ọbaa ne panties no kura bɛrima no mbrɔ. Bɛrima no nso kura no ɔrɔ ne ho a ɔnyi n'ayi ne nyina, ɛno nso pushi ne pants no down kakra ne ne boxers no, na kyerɛ sɛ wayi ne kɔte afiri mu na ɔde akɔhyɛ hɔnom. Wodwe ɔbaa no panties ne ho. Ebi nso wɔ hɔnom a onyammerɛ eyi ɔbaa ne panties no, but mostly no te sɛ yɛ ntɛntɛm so, ɛno no obie wohyɛ w'ataadeɛ. Nti sɛ mɛfa n sɛ ɔbaa no hyɛ skirt anaasɛ ataadeɛ a is easy, lift and go. Lift and go, ɛno no ntaki mmerɛ. And I said push aside and go. Sana ya no ni quickies no why enu ni quickie no. Enu no anya afa na abaye yi nti no te say enu no te say enu nso no energy no high. Enu no na mu mienu nyina mu wie na mu certify mo ho a na mo agya mo ho. Se mu wo mu fie a mo agya mo ho atompa ne so. I relax because it's any na mo adrenaline no kono. Na kyerɛ abesi mo kon ho nti na obi wo ho venue bi a otimi ha ne yere saa na say ne boyfriend ne girlfriend, because or say yenye quickie one, this is a quickie one, to say no munyi mo ho mo hye mo ntaade no eno anse we pushing it down enough say obetimi edi wo kafo. Stand my kind of tree. Ay. Oh man. Oh. And you know, my name is Semi. I'm not running. Oh, I didn't know. Crap. This is wrong. Let me see. Topic is open talk. Any more questions? Okay. All right. Okay. Next week, I will bring some stuff. I need to like do a couple things, but I have to get it done before I can bring it forth. I can bring forth that. So let me do this first. So crisscross, did I answer your question? I know I said you prefer me saying it in your friend is saying in English. Yeah. Wokɔtena me wokɔka Aborɔfo a sɛnea me describe na ahwɛ obi ho bɛba wɔ ha o. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to start with okay. So we have boss lady hashtag Dadaba Rasta one in fire drive time on weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. because of like the time change, daytime savings and daytime savings, she's going to be doing 2 hours instead of 3 hours. And then when we go back, then she will transition back that. So she's doing 4 to 6 p.m. UK time at Fire Life Radio. Still, Jademo Ankasa. I think so. No, yeah, well, Mami Treboa and Accra in Sankofa Osisuentwi Kasano. Saturdays from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Fire Life Radio. Ebiemu, afei nso yɛn ankasa yɛ sister ɛyɛ nuabaa ɔwɔ nimdeɛ very supportive to adɔfoɔ no nyinaa yɛ nuanom a yɛyɛ educative program, give resources and other things, ɔbaa pa ahoɔfɛdua sister Aisha Ankra for Juice Plus natural supplement, which is for healthy living. Contact her, and also she sells Avon products. You person I know yes such no idea. We'll reach out to Sister Aisha or best support tools, especially more UK, more support because it is I think so outside of UK. I want to me and what them free one more UK more support Sister Aisha because of UK. Sister ya Atubra okay. Mpamucho, mama 1 second. Okay, I feel so Antia's book corner. Sorry guys, I just need something. Antia's book corner. Tuesdays is practical and Yamisem. Thursdays, she comes live on Thursday to do live video reading the books, Thank you, honey. Thank you. Reading books. The books, first book, a reflection of a thirsty soul. Reflections of a Thirsty Soul. A first book, Second, I think I some crazy. Gosh, I asked some more. I just don't understand people. Okay. So the first book a reflection of a thirsty soul. The second book yeah, uh the beauty of a woman's heart. It's a book maka say I feel like she was talking about me, but she was not. She was just sharing her experience, and a book could be a very encouraging, motivational book and self taught. It teaches you a lot of things, and it makes you be self aware of a lot of things. Now, before, no, we didn't really pay any mind to. It's a wonderful book. And then her third book, which just came out last month. Hey, and this month, right? You see, November, October, na the third book, about out. And as I am September, and as October, the third book, refreshing for my weary soul. Oh my gosh, that's like incredible. And my book should be coming soon. So we have to go to Amazon and support Sister Ya at Tobra. Buying the books. US, Canada, US, UK, and everywhere else. Is different prices. So I can say. I think so. No, since I had to write that, say, on Sundays, saya at Antia's cozy book chat with Obapa Yabi Russell. I think so. No, yeah, sister Obapa Yabi Russell. No, uh, contact her, DM her, for her 100% natural health and beauty advocate. She has a lot of insight. I think so. No, um, Sister Sage Williams. Sister Sage Williams, and so called your friend is saying sageshare.com for authentic merchandises. Someone who's machine t-shirts nibi. Ochina kra nyame ya adma me ne sofo ye program a measure t-shirt ni ebi a meto free Sister Sage Williams one of no very authentic nice t-shirts to say the traditional uh clothing no bi wo ho kente anase ntoma nkasa no de aye anim no kama. When you wash it now, the next stays round and it doesn't expand. It doesn't it feel okay, honey. Okay, have a good one. And then um and also she sells cream, shea body butter, sages. I have like this one I love. I'm almost out of it. Yes, but I have a new bottle, so I just got it like a few uh months ago. You can use this on your body, uh foot. If you someone whose skin gets dry easily, you can use it to make sure say your body stay moist, and it's really nice smell. I love the smell. The kids we all use it. It's really really nice. I just love it in so many ways. And she sells jewelry, scarves, duku, whatever you call it, duku, scarf. Hey, my eyes. Crisscross said not to like touch it, but sometimes it's so itchy. It's itching. I'm sorry, guys. My eyes is itchy right now. Oh no, that's not good. That is not good for me. I don't know what just happened. Oh my gosh. Okay, so as I was saying, this one is the Shea Body Cream, and no, this is the Shea Body butter, and then she has the body cream. That one is in a green bottle. Yes. Um, she sells beads, dresses and jewelries. Um, t-shirts, duku ne bi wɔ hɔ nom, ayi bi ɔmo de abɔ duku ne dada. Nti wo tiri ho nyaa wobɛtumi de ahyɛ so na wode akɔbɔ wo life. Yeah, but the t-shirts, I love all my t-shirts. The colors she sent to me recently, I love all of them. Oh my gosh, it brings my skin texture out, and I love it. I think so. We have Pastor Esther Arthur. She does a live program on Wednesdays around midday. Sometimes she comes on different other days, when the spirit is like, when she has the urges, and she just come on and talk about a scripture, or like just come and pray. And sometimes she has guests that will come and talk about certain topics. I think so. We have yes, sister Obapa Mamle Yoko Godwins. She does uh parental alienation in EPA worldwide. You go to YouTube, you support her over there. Sister Angela Naba, yeah, our angel back, okay. Also, no, to say, for healthy living and natural supplement, you can also contact her and, support her. We need to start supporting each other so very much. I think so. Sister Dachi Hima on Sunday, she does a Bible teachings, and I believe she has 7 questions. If you be able to willing to come on and answer 5 out of the 7 questions, or answer all 7 questions, she would say a scripture. There's no cheating. When she say the scripture, you can speak about the scripture in tree or in whatever, and then once you are able to get as much questions right, you earn, I believe, 50 euros on Sundays. So she has some awesome, incredible loved ones who are willing to support her that program, and just entertain at the same time, learn, and give some insightful Bible verses. So I'm loving it. So if you are interested, on Sunday she does it at 7 p.m. um German time. Yeah, I think it will be one here in US Eastern time. Uh-huh. And then Saturdays at 3 p.m. Don't miss Sopho Samuel Okoso and Adwoa Odo on Saturdays at 3 p.m. US Eastern time. It will be 7 p.m. in Ghana time, and it will be 8 p.m. in UK time. So don't miss it. Sopho Samuel Okoso is someone, when it comes to teachings, oh gosh, and his term, as Sister Aisha was saying, chilling pastor, chilling pastor indeed, because like he has so much wisdom. But I'm telling you guys, I need you. I need you guys to really ask questions, when Sopho Samuel Koso and I come on, because that's part of that's what we were also hoping for, for friends and family, people to be able to ask some questions, because but if you guys are certified with us just coming and talking about things, and not asking questions, to uh bring your input, that would be good for, as long as it's helpful in some ways. So, but it's the topic. Well, the program is marriage lessons. Our church, but most of the time, most of the things we talk about, no, why worry or won't worry you. If you marry, if you're not married, you can still utilize it. So please tune in to be part of uh, the wonderful program. We have a lot of loved ones who is supporting that program, and I'm loving it. I did not expect it. Mr. Lee, good day, oh, good day. Okay, thank you, Chris Cross. So yes, you did. I will call you to explain further. All right, I see. Okay, I mean later after your program. Sure, no problem. Mr. Lee said crisscross wanna know what a quickie is. Mr. Lee, where were you at? Me can watch you. When I said Mr. Lee, man can you were not paying attention to me, or you went off for a little bit. I have explained quickie. Oh, hey, quickie, dear. Like when it comes to quickie, like that is just a rapid, like uh, a rapid one. You don't, take time or cry. Uh, um, some men are so in a rush. Some women, they don't even have time to like take the woman's panty off. You just push the panty aside, and then the men will enter the woman. And once you take the penis and slowly but sure, not just do abba. Even though you in a rush and everything is. Oh, let me tell her. One of my. Let me let her know. I'll call her. I'm doing. Call you back afterwards. Okay. Okay, mommy. I tell you, Mr. Lee. Hey, Mr. Lee, Tonko pe inti banana a rum raid. That's that's a good description, Annie. Quick, just say and ten times so, but I just and yes, just because it's we call it quickie, quickie, like when you having sex, most people when they having sex, they will take part of the clothes off and get on with it. Even with the romance, with the foreplay, they won't take all the clothes off. And then with the romance and everything, as you take off the clothes one by one, like slowly but sure, with the foreplay, the kissing, caressing and doing all that, feeling each other. Sometimes the cramp when it gets to a point that, like, it's slowly but sure. But with the quick, like even sometimes, like you call your partner is busy at times with quick, the woman might be ready, the partner might be in the room, fixing something, and you already there with your panties, in your hands. You can't be like swinging. You be like, honey, Hello. So he will see, say, yes, you don't. Mr. Lee. You'll be like, hi, baby. Yes. And then he will look, he will know, say, hi. Adiana Beja. And then he will come down. Be like, hey, unbuckle so quick. Just push it down a little and then pick up the woman. But most quickies, hey, it's really good. Quickies when you do it against the wall. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. You just put your legs around the man's back, so his butt is going to be carrying your legs for you, hold your legs for you, and then he will use his hands to support you and scoop you up to the level of support, comfort that he wants. And then he will gradually like enter you. And that's like it. Crisscross, who do you want to elaborate? Mr. Lee or me? Hey, Mr. Lee, which one is called love making? Eh? Why are you guys pulling my legs? I see you guys, so. I see you guys. Oh, maybe I'm a friend. So say be my pawn so my friend because so or you me chrome I to the level of comfort then yes you yes you definitely right, yeah, to the level of comfort, yeah. That's love making. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee dear. Finishing the sentence for me. Yes, yes, yes. So like Crisscross, she knows quickie pal, she knows it, but she's pretending like she don't know. Of course. It's not like no, it's not like it's a secret. Almost people who knows me, and people who watches me know that I love I love sex. I love making love. I love cookies. Like I have done it all. Yes, because you have to like you get curious, so you want to like see how things work. You know how it is. Like one time, like Kay went to work. When he got home, I was like already like standing at the door. When he opened it, I was like, woohoo, yeah. It worked. You love the comfort. Oh, Mr. Lee, tell me about it. Who, I mean, like a lot of women love that, but some of them they lack of certain skills. So, and then some of their men, when they bring their inner self out, they call them names. So they keep it inside. And then they have somebody else enjoying it and they're going to talk about ain't fair. Like, what the hell? If you cannot exploit your woman, you can certify your woman the way she would like to be certified. Oh, please, somebody is going to do your job for you. Kwadwanjika was so obi ayɛ Mr. Wochi a na obi te akyire twe current. Ɛno na ɛnyɛ ɛyɛ ade esi wɔ nipa bebree mu. So you learn to get comfortable with your partners. So it's no secret. I love making love to my husband. I love having sex with my husband. I love doing cookies with my husband. I have never experienced that before. So, no, I don't know anything whatsoever. Big man, you and I had to talk. uh, So you learning from here. Maybe you can experiment, baby sister. Chris Crossmaster said, "Will you believe me if I said I know someone who got fined by the police just for, huh? Evelyn says in a car off the road." Well, of course, that's dumb because when you having sex as you trusting, ubu atopano, can how stupid can it be? Ah, at least you know to say baby obi ehu because you say muma party esi lol kwan nchen hu na nkrofo drive ya. Everybody knows that it's a nipe woman you having sex. You telling your business out there. Like that's just like indecent exposure. Like, God damn it. Well, and yet they deserve to have the tickets or whatsoever. They deserve it. They shouldn't. Excuse me. How? I mean, say on set US has a map. They have some places up. Almost sometimes almost the almost parking lot and almost the projector kesi abesi hɔ nom ayɛ yi na anadwo na makɔ parking mo car hɔ nom na mo hwɛ yi during that time no because ɛyɛ anadwo nti obi ehu sɛ wo car ebu atopa ah ebi mu nso ayɛ as self control mu learning self control kakra. Let me tell you, sometimes when nature calls, you cannot refuse. I'm sorry. No, that is, listen, yes, you can refuse. We call something discipline, self discipline. Everything is in the head. So you have to know your surroundings. You cannot just go about. This is why a lot of humanity gets in trouble because we feel that okay is we have first amendment, uh free to do, freedom of speech, freedom of like press, freedom of whatsoever. You have to learn to be disciplined in so many ways, like being aware of your surroundings, having respect for yourself, your partner, and the public. Because there are some things you can have discussion in an open forum about sex because sex is part of humanity. But to actually go and do the wild thing out there in the open when people can tell, because who obi oha na atopa mu eden wobebubu ayi no kura mpo no nti no kyese ka na ibu atopa ebi wo honom kura na monye ayi ebi ana wo yi ade enso no but say we obi a wo no who having knowledge of wuni obi dia the rhythm of everything say nkrofo emi no mu di omo ho omo ka nim nti omanya ticket omanya ticket. But when nature calls, we do have control of our actions. So you can't tell me, oh, the Inca has not been legalized. That's true, Mr. Lee. It has not. But like, I just don't understand people. You have to learn self-control somehow. Because if you don't have self-control, then the next time before you do it in the car, the next time you have some people laying in park, open space, and they having sex. Come on, man. Have some self-respect. Mr. Lisa Chris Crossman said, yes, they crossed the line with something that should be in isolation and not the public domain. Most certainly. I mean, it's not like sometimes I just don't get people. Have you seen Miss Holly? Don't mind Chris Cross. Oh man, I don't know if most of you have seen this. Oh my God, Chris Cross, the way you were asking the question, some people will start assuming. I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Ace Ventura with Jim Carrey. Uh, that movie, hey, serious matter. The movie, you will laugh from beginning to an end. Have you seen it, Ventura? When nature calls. Did he refuse that virgin? Crisscross, that was fun. That was for entertainment. See, this is what happens when people watches movie and then they transfer that into reality. Come on, man, you can't do that. Like, people just need to like. I know, right? Miss Lee, Crisscross is just a mess. Oh my gosh, my sister had me going. I wasn't expecting her to bring that movie in here. Oh, when nature calls. Her, that movie is too funny. Just her bringing the name up had me going. If you have not watched this movie, like, go watch the movie. It is the funniest movie ever. I love Jim Carrey. He was the funniest. Like, I don't know how come he hasn't been doing some movies yet. Well, he's older now, so maybe. Oh, come on. No, I don't. Oh, I don't want to do that now. Okay, so let me play my kindness video. I'm watching it now. That's why. Oh my gosh, Crisscross, you are such a mess. I haven't seen that movie in a long while. Okay, I hear you. If you bring fantasy fiction into reality, trouble. Mr. Lee, don't give out the because some people know their mind does not work the way they bring the fantasy. Hello, brother Benjamin Sifi. They bring the fantasy stuff in reality, and they do get in trouble because they don't think, say, okay, this will get them in trouble. Then just go and try. You go see. And you go see, pa. Into the Crisscross. You are really funny. You chose to watch this goddamn movie, and you have me sitting here asking questions after questions. Mr. Lee, you see, my sister. Okay, let me play this.
Hello, this is Adwoa Odo. How's everybody doing? Kindness goes a long way. If you are in a position to help someone in need, by all means, go ahead and do so. You will be blessed and favored for the rest of the remaining of your life. There are men and women out there who are kind-hearted, loving, caring, and will go out of their way to do things for other people in need. On the other hand, there are some women and men out there who will use lies, deception to be hurtful and harmful to other people. They will do things behind closed door or be snake under grass. They will pretend to be your friends, and yet they're not your friends. They dare to hurt you. Be mindful of the circle of your friends. Be prayerful and take care of yourself. Love yourself. Care for yourself. Much love.
All right. So, Jay, any more questions? Because I'm going off. I got me plans. I'm getting ready. I have to. I- Thank you, Mr. Lee. Yeah, I want you guys to, like, just take this in. If you bring the fantasy fiction into reality, trouble, most certainly. And crisscross Mensa say, I agree, Mr. Lee. You shouldn't. Uh, you shouldn't. The consequences of this idiot, idiot, idiotic action, come and see when he got caught for eating someone else's ice cream. Crisscross, you writing, you speaking faster than you're writing. Go to your comment, click on reply, then click on the comment to edit. So if you guys don't have any more questions or don't have nothing else, I'm just going to play. Oh, and then so yeah, uh maybe 3 songs and then I'm out. Mhm. Hey, is somebody talking about me? My nose is itchy. Somebody is definitely talking about me. Whoever it is, cut it out. Yeah. Okay. I want to see myself here. Hmm. All right. Okay. So when it comes to lying, hmm. When it comes to lying, I want to, when it comes to gossiping and lies, I want to recite Proverbs 19:9. Says, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speak lies shall perish. Again, Proverbs 19:9 says, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speak lies shall perish. Most certainly. So, like, pathological liars. What is pathological liar? I didn't give definition in the beginning. Pathological lying is broadly defined as telling compulsive, elaborate lies. The lies may vary in terms of function, while some may be told in order to portray the person in a positive or sympathetic light. Others may have no clear purpose, which Sister Aisha shared earlier. A lie is an assertion that is believed to be false, typically used with the purpose of deceiving someone. The practice of communicating lies is called lying. A person who communicates a lie may be termed a liar. That's according to Wikipedia, right? hmm those who make untrue statement with intent to deceive, she was lying. When you come to our society, uh, you do have a lot of those in there. People create a false and misleading impressions sometimes. and sometimes people mislead or deceive um, other people for remorse, or just to be a victim and stuff like that. And we did talk about, Sister Aisha um, brought up, some of the bipolar and the link between bipolar and lies. And then Mr. Lee said that back in the days they didn't have the term bipolar disorder. They had mania, depression, which is, and causes. Um, some of the causes, they have been some research, little research in area, and the cause of pathological lying are unknown. They don't know why this happened. It is unclear whether, pathological lying is a symptom of another condition or a condition itself. So when it comes to compulsive lying, it's a feature of several other conditions such as fractures disorder and personality disorder. Fractious disorder. Fractious disorder, sometimes called Munchausen syndrome. It's a condition in which a person acts as though they are physically or mentally ill when they are not. We have some parents who will make their children sick. They will bring them to doctor's appointments. Some of them will have these children go through dialysis, surgeries. They make their children sick, and the child is not sick. I watch ID channel where, as a mother, she made her daughter become disabled. She was in a wheelchair during the day, and she was walking fine during the night, and she had her isolated from society. They did some GoFundMe and stuff. They dupe a lot of people, and then at the end, she met her. I mean, it's really like sad. um the daughter that everybody thought that she was paralyzed. She befriend a guy that they fell in love with, and then ɔne akwaraa no, ɔne boy no, ɛka ɔmo ti bɔn mu, ɛna ɔmo a boy no ekum ne maame no. Nti no ɔmo kum no na ɔmo kɔɔ hotel. Kyerɛ sɛ ankyɛ koraa na ɛkyere ɔmo. Sɛsɛ korɔ da so dɛm. Maame ne maayɛ poluu ne se nyinaa. Kyerɛ sɛ adeɛ a maame no yɛɛ ne ba no, all that no ka ho bi na akwaraa no, ɔma the boyfriend she didn't do nothing about it. It's crazy how people like Munchausen syndrome, no, like to make someone physically and mentally sick. It's just horrible. This condition is most common in mothers. That's an meaning. Who find illness in their child and lie to doctors about it. Hey, I said, mommy, I said, no, Becca. And then this mothers, or call one hospital. Na say, who said doctor, no, make a chair, no, what the aprana up, comma doctor for front. In time, doctors need not dream, but so too late. This is what she did to her child. The cause of Litigious disorder are unknown. Theories include biological or genetic causes, childhood abuse or neglect, low self-esteem, the presence of a personality disorder, substance abuse, depression. Personality disorders, pathological lying is a possible symptoms of certain personality disorders, including borderline personality disorder, which is known as DPD. Uh, it's crazy. Antisocial personality disorder, APD, and so forth. So it's crazy. Anyhow, excuse me, what how do pathological liars tell the truth? You know, when they meet the person they lying about one to one, when don't ask them don't ask them questions. Create a monologue. Create monologue. Yeah. Um, hold up your hands if they deny they are lying to indicate they need to stop talking. Like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know, if you're lying, do not accuse. Use a persuasive question. So, when you said that I called you multiple times, during what time, what days did I call you? Uh, were you able to answer my calls when I called you? Mm-hmm. Yes or no? Mm-hmm. I feel so like some of the, like some of the signs that you can tell someone is lying. I spoke about it earlier, change in speech patterns, their voice, it changes, they become defensive and stuff like that. And then sometimes he has some of them that uses a non congruent gesture. If you have someone say yes, but they're saying yes, and when someone say yes, their head should be nodding, right? But they're saying yes, but their head is like, they're shaking their head. How can you say yes and shook your head at the same time? You lying. You cannot, you're not speaking the truth. But I mean, body posture, you have to watch people when they talk, their eyes, their body language, because they might be saying one thing and their body is doing different things. And also, like, it's either they say too much or they say too little. Some of them sometimes they will cover their eyes, like they feel embarrassed, or like they will say something and they will cover their mouth, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. That was not part of it. It shouldn't have come out, something like that, and so forth. Anyhow, I'm just gonna leave you guys here, but that most of the time, sometimes, um, the bottom line is it possible to tell if someone is lying? Hell to the yes. That's what I'm going to conclude. Yep. You can tell when someone is lying. Some of them you can tell by looking at their eyes, because they're not able to stare straight to the camera or the person, look the person in the face. Some of them, excuse me, some of them, their tone of voice will changes. Some of them also, like, they just cannot be truthful. Either they say too much or say less. Become defensive and then start lying more because they want people to believe them. Pathological liars. I will conclude that majority of our people are pathological liars. They believe their own lies. They lie so much. I just don't know. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. Tomorrow, I see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Let me book it small, small. Say, I'm looking really sexy, ɛhyɛ nwui ase dada kwasi pii nti ma memfa nto aso menhyɛ ase mfirifiti ase tama na mehwehwɛ me glasses no. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Lee, thank you for joining today. Crisscross Mensa, my baby sister. Love you, sis. Brother Benjamin Sifi, thank you for joining. Sister Ya Atobra, our alpha back that sister will join in. Sister Sage Williams, thank you, sis. Sister Aisha Ambra, Brother Mara Vasco, Brother Mike Beaker, Brother Cookie watching, thank you. Boss Lady, thank you so very much. Sister Yatobra, I'm picking this from you to thank everybody that tuned in. If I don't say Sister Belinda, Jare also with us, Yamisha also tuning in. I really value each one of you, your time. I value each one of you, your time. Brother Clay, thank you for sharing the program. Dr. Kinsley, thank you for sharing the program. Chris Ross, thank you for sharing. Chiamia J. Odoyewu, thank you. If I didn't say your name, you came on and I did not say your name. It's not intentional. Sometimes I truly don't see anyone yet. And earlier, and I was struggling with my side. I had to go look for my glasses. Not glasses, and then so that I threw hair or not meaning I'm hair. Echo crazy. Someone follow through a doctor's directive for us. We need to listen to our doctors. Eye doctor, whichever doctor, we have to listen to them. Because if you more share, but your friends in Tinaya or more you private, I don't see them. Subscribe me YouTube. Why? Adwoa Odo mini sikasa. I love you guys. One love to each and every one of you. I don't know what I say. I'm trying to check myself out. Let me play this song for my sister. Did you miss so? It's my song too. Hey.
Young brother, you know, my love me can do you now. That's how much I love you, man. I love you. Oh, no, that's so love you. Now what you can be, oh. Oh, no, that's so love you. Now what you can be, oh.
I feel uncomfortable. Me day, it's yet not from me change. Me chill, why when it's never to watch it? Only 1 minute, only me right to cheer for me. Oh,
no, that's so love you. Now what you can be, oh. Oh, no, that's so love you. Now what you can be.
it's in me, oh, dear. You come in here, before I cry all day. It's in me, oh, dear. You come in here, before I cry all day. Oh, the way she so. Oh yeah, la 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 la. Chicky, chicky, bum, bum, bum. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. La, 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 la. Chicky, chicky, bum, bum, bum. Oh, okay, wait, chicky, so. Mama, see, Nsem. Oh, okay, wait, chicky, so. Mama, see, Nsem. Chicky, so.
Chicky bam bam, when you walk, see when I'm in the boat, so much it right.
Bye, guys.